The Woodshop build is coming along quite nicely. What I'm doing right now is getting girt spacers on so that I can install the MiniSplit. Look at the size of that interior unit. I also need to get the compressor unit, the outside unit. I got to drag that in here, open that up, and get some stuff figured out for that. But the majority of the day we'll be putting up these girt spacers. And there you have it. These slats are wildly different ages. Like this right here, this is probably a couple weeks old. And this right here was part of the tiny house, which used to be a shed. And that is, about 20 years old, roughly 20 years old. That is, I don't know how old. I just save any chunks of any kind of length of 2x4s, and then when I have a situation like this, I have wood on hand. So I've decided on what I'm going to do for the refrigerant line / drain pass-throughs. And another thing that's going to require a little bit of thought is this condenser unit. Let's pull that in there and get it open. The instructions are in there, and I need to know the exact bolt pattern because I'm going to make a concrete base for this, and I don't want to make it the wrong size. This is the drain. Got the drain for this. The tape for taping up the refrigerant lines. The refrigerant lines. And no instructions. So, I looked here. I didn't think there was instructions here because I have an 8.5 by 11 instruction with every other one, but apparently they've made them really tiny now. So I'm going to go through that. Yeah, I want to look at this anyways. I got to double check on the mounting holes. I'm not going to mount this without knowing exactly where they are. And it looks as though these are solid holes on the back instead of slotted ones like on the other one. So that's good to know. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I can get away with not too big of a base. I'm going to make a 5.5 inch thick concrete base for this. And I don't think I'm going to set the bolts in the concrete, but I could. Problem with that is if they're not perfect, then you have a mess on your hands. And once everything is smoothed out and everything, I have a hammer drill, and it's real easy to just drill into the concrete and set some anchor bolts in there that way. Okay. So we'll grab this and get that all figured out. So after figuring out exactly how things need to be, I need to get those 2 Girt stiffeners right here, and then a single one going up to the top, and then 2 more pairs in here. And yeah, I got to figure out that drain line and a bunch of other stuff too before I start doing much of anything else. I got a cat door and electrical that needs to go out. See, anything that needs to go through the wall has to have some kind of a support. The electrical, I could just put some wire in the wall and pass it through the insulation into a tube. Yeah, that's not going to work very well. See, I need access to the girt that's on the outside. And like I said before, they're not right where these are. They're at a different height and they're a different width. So what I need to do, oh, yeah, I know how I'll do that. I'll just mount the electrical box on the outside and drill straight through no matter where it is. And then I'll put a nipple on the inside that takes me past the wall there. Yeah, lots of stuff to figure out. I will show you my notebook on how I figure everything out. I'll have everything drawn in there as per usual. And once I get that done, we'll put those girts in and we'll draw that layout line at the top and we'll start putting panels in.